Hello, 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 beautiful soul. I am so grateful and honored to have you here and to share this sacred time and space with you today. And the message that is coming through is about seeking evidence around what is working out for you. So, our life is made up of moment by moment, minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day, week by week, year by year, right? And not every minute, not every day, not every week, not every month is going to feel light and easy. We are going to have hard moments. We're going to have challenges. We're going to have obstacles to overcome. We're going to have resistance and things to release and work through. We're going to have healing that occurs. And we also, through all of that, get to still remain in a positive light. And when I say positive, I don't mean just, blind optimism. I don't mean don't acknowledge the challenges and the obstacles and the hard things that are there. I mean, we get to shift and pivot our focus and our attention as often as we can on the aspects of our life that are working well for us. And we get to shift our focus and our attention on appreciating those positive and desired aspects, even when we are in challenging moments. And when you can shift and pivot up and out to focus on those blessings, focus on the appreciation, focus on what is working for you, focusing on feeling a little bit better, thought by thought, feeling by feeling, and just reaching for a better feeling thought or reaching for a better feeling, reaching for something that will allow you to say, okay, I'm going to unattach from this challenging moment, this challenging mindset, this challenging vibration, and focus again and again and again on something that does feel better to me. And the more often you do that, and then look for evidence that your energy and your vibration and the way that you feel is in fact moving you in a more desired direction, is in fact attracting those experiences to you, more of that energy, more of that momentum to you. When you seek evidence that things are working out, that excitement and that momentum will build, right? When you seek the evidence in the small things, the signs, the synchronicities, this person happens to be talking about or mentioning something that I was just thinking about or that I'm working on or working towards, right? So an example of this is one of the mantras that I've been using over the last a short little while, maybe the last week or so, is I am thriving. I am thriving and I am well. And the reason that I chose these two mantras is because I've been navigating some challenges with my physical health and how I've been feeling. And there's a lot of things that I am doing to be proactive and to progress and to move myself forward and feeling better physically and healing all of that. And it's easy, right? It's easy when we're going in challenges or being in challenger. It's easy when you're having a hard day to stay sitting in that hard, right? To be sitting in that hard place. And on those harder days, right? In those harder moments, we can still choose small baby steps, small baby thoughts, reaching for something teeny tiny to feel better, moment by moment by moment. Acknowledge the challenge that you're in. Acknowledge that you're moving through something. Acknowledge how you feel. Acknowledge what is true and real and present for you in your experience. And then allow yourself to let go and unattach from that story. Allow yourself to unattach from that draining energy. Allow yourself to unattach from whatever it is there over and over and over again, right? It's a practice. And there's a lot of ways, practical guidance that I can give you, tools, practices that I can offer to you. All of my self-paced courses and masterclasses have a lot of practices within them, and as well as my aligned guidance angel cards as well. So those are just some, and my meditations on my YouTube, any of my free content on my Instagram. There's a lot of practices there for you to adopt and things to shift into, readily available for you, right? But anyway, when we can when you can choose to move yourself into a higher state of being and feeling better moment by moment by moment by moment, even on the challenging days, even when it feels hard to find a state of ease, it is still possible to move yourself in a better feeling direction. And when you seek evidence for moving yourself in that positive direction and in that desired direction, and seeking evidence in not only just the way that you feel, right? Knowing with certainty that you're feeling better, knowing with certainty that you're moving yourself in a higher state of being just because you're feeling better, and letting feeling better be plenty, letting feeling better be enough, letting that feel good feels build momentum and propel you forward without needing or wanting anything else each moment. Letting the feel good feels hold you in your holiness and in your wholeness. And then seeking the evidence, or at least acknowledging and recognizing the evidence that is presenting to you, that is showing you that you are, acknowledging that you are aligned in that. So with my mantra of I am thriving and I am well, now, I just flipped open a journal that I hadn't used in a while. And as I was just kind of picking up things around my house, and I was like, oh, I'm going to look, wonder what this has to say. Something was speaking to me intuitively to open my journal. And the bottom of the page was a quote all about thriving. And I was like, oh, okay, beautiful. Now that's just extra confirmation that I'm in that vibrational match. I'm in that vibrational energy, and it's showing up now in a physical experience. The vibration that you hold, the feelings that you hold are your reality. Your state of being is your reality. The external experiences and that evidence shows up when you align yourself. And on the other side of this, whatever is showing up in your experience right now, even if it's not the most desired thing, it's showing you where you're at vibrationally. Or it's showing you a previous level of momentum that you had been building. So let what's showing up in your experience be a mirror, and start to elevate yourself so that you can seek evidence and find the evidence, or let the evidence find you, that you are in fact moving and progressing in that desired direction. Another thing that I personally have been working on really intentionally is aligning deeper and anchoring more into the energy of abundance. And abundance is all around us. Abundance is nature. Abundance is water. Abundance is sunlight. Abundance is support in all aspects. Abundance is who we are innately, because we are one with all that is, and we are one with Source, we are one with God, we are one with the infinite creator of all things in existence at this time. And as humans, it's easy for us to kind of hook onto or be hooked into a lack and scarcity mindset. There's so much conditioning around that in our society, and there's so much energetic debris, I want to say, in the collective around this lack and scarcity mentality. But when we unhook from that, when we detach from that, and we anchor into the truth of who we are as abundant beings, then that evidence, again, can show up in your world that it's working out for you. And so over the last, I would say, again, this last week, I'm just kind of sticking to this timeline. Over the last week that I've been really intentionally and mindful, I was observing where areas of lack that I was experiencing that I did not desire. And I was like, okay, we've got to shift this and elevate up and out of this vibration. And as I have shifted and elevated into more a state of being in abundance, a state of being in that wholeness, a state of being in that infinite connection with myself, with Source, and really feeling that energy of abundance running through me, I've now been seeing evidence of it showing up in my world. I've had people, on my social media feed, we'll just say, that have brought in, abundance has been just showing up, right, in their messages or in their posts and in their stories. I've gotten emails that are talking about different forms of abundance. I was scrolling through my own videos and meditations on my YouTube channel. I was just kind of like not using my eyes. I was just using my hands and allowing my spirit guides to guide me to what meditation was for me. And I stopped on the abundance meditation that I have. I was working with my aligned guidance angel cards, and I pulled the abundance card. So all of these things, right, are just evidence of me being led into these experiences intuitively, but also showing me the evidence of this alignment. And I want to remind you that seeking the evidence of things working out for you and these mini miracle moments, it's available to you always and forever. We just have to choose to look for the miracles. We have to choose to be open to them presenting themselves to us. I guarantee there are miracles trying to make their way to you and trying to show you that they are there. But if you are looking for the shit, that's what you're gonna find, right? If you're looking for the miracles, that's what you're going to find, because that is the energy and the vibration that you are set to. That's the energy and vibration that you are attracting. That state of being is what brings your external experiences into your reality. The vibration is always first. Always, always, always first. But one way that you can pivot into a higher state of being, into a higher vibrational state, is by consciously looking for evidence of things working out for you, looking for evidence that magic is around you, looking for evidence that miracles are unfolding for you, looking at evidence of the things that are working out for you and the aspects that are really amazing in your life right now, regardless of the challenging circumstances. No one is immune to challenge. Anybody that says that they have no challenges in their world, or nothing is ever contrasting for them, or that their life is this perfect picture, whatever that may be, it's just not true, because life is meant to bring us contrast. That's one of the ways in which we grow. Does it always have to be hard and awful? No, but we grow through those challenges. So we are here on this earth to have both. We are here on this earth to have the polarity of the challenges and the triumphs. And yeah, when you focus more on those triumphs, when you focus more on those miracles, when you focus more on the things that are working out for you, you then build that momentum so that more of that shows up for you and more of that shows up in your world. And then you center into this higher state of being more often than not. So when you are in more of a challenge state, it's even more imperative for you to learn how to acknowledge where you're at, heal where you're at, release what you need to release, but unattach from it so that you can free yourself of those bindings and rise higher. Every moment is an opportunity to do that. You don't have to hold on to the suck and the suffering. And I know this is hard to hear if you're in a challenging state of being, because, I was there, last week was challenging for me, very, very challenging for me. And if I was listening to somebody saying this, I would probably say, yes, and also this is really fucking hard right now. So honor where you're at. Honor where you're at. Honor if it's hard for you. Feel the defeat, feel the frustration, feel the anger, feel the, feel the sadness, feel the grief, feel whatever it is that needs to move through you. But then unattach from it. You've got to let yourself be freed of it. You've got to let go of that as the anchor so that you can float higher. And that is a choice that you get to make. It's your choice. Some moments are going to be harder, and tiny, teeny, tiny little moments, little choices of, okay, this is challenging, but how can I find one better feeling thought right now? What is one thing that's teeny tiny that I can do right now just to elevate a little bit? I'm not asking you to go from the darkest moments into the highest state of bliss and joy. That's too much of a jump. But you are able to take one baby, teeny tiny step in a higher feeling direction. But that requires your choice. So when you allow yourself to move in that direction, when you are willing to let go of the suck and the suffering, moment by moment, when you are willing to let yourself rise higher and higher and higher, that is going to build momentum. And one of the ways that is going to support you in building that momentum is seeking evidence that things are working out for you. And before you have any evidence, trusting deeper that things are working out for you. Trusting deeper that behind the scenes, you are taken care of. Trusting that it's working out for you in your good. Everything is working out for you in your favor. Even the challenges have their gold. So know that this is all working out for you. And remind yourself of that. And then elevate into the energy and into the vibration that you do desire to attract more of. For me right now, it is wellness and it is thriving and it is more abundance. Those are my three words for this week personally. And so as you choose those vibrations more intentionally, and as you choose to live in a higher state of being, the evidence will show up more and more and more, and that momentum will build and build and build, and then you will be grounded and anchored in that higher state of being more often, more easily, and all other things in your life will start to fall into place even more, even more, even more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Step by step by step by step. Take those moments and choose to elevate yourself. One of the ways, through seeking evidence that miracles are all around you. I pray that this lit you up and inspired something deep within your heart and deep within your soul, reminded you of your power and your infinite, abundant potential to continue feeling better and rising higher every day, every moment on your journey up and forward. Thank you again for being here. I'm sending love, light, and happy dances your way until our next divine encounter. Namaste.